Canada permanent residence is one of the most important immigration milestones, but it does not mean permanent residents can ignore their obligations after landing. PR status is permanent, but it is not unconditional. Permanent residents must continue meeting Canada's residency obligation and must be able to prove their physical presence when required by Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, or border officers. The biggest risk for many permanent residents is not losing status suddenly. Problems usually build slowly through avoidable mistakes, weak documentation, wrong assumptions, or poor travel planning. These issues often surface during PR card renewal, return travel to Canada, a permanent resident travel document application, or a formal residency review. Under Canadian immigration law, permanent residents must spend at least 730 days in Canada within every rolling 5-year period. These days do not need to be continuous, but the calculation changes every day because the 5-year window keeps moving forward. One common misunderstanding is that an expired PR card means PR status is lost. That is not correct. A PR card is a travel document and proof of status, but the expiry of the card does not automatically cancel permanent residence. However, a valid PR card is usually required to board a commercial flight, train, bus, or boat back to Canada. Permanent residents outside Canada without a valid PR card may need to apply for a permanent resident travel document before returning. The most serious mistake is staying outside Canada too long. Some permanent residents assume they can spend years abroad after first accumulating enough days in Canada, but older days eventually fall outside the rolling 5-year window. Others incorrectly assume that all time abroad counts toward the residency obligation. In reality, time outside Canada only counts in specific situations, such as accompanying a Canadian citizen spouse or working full-time abroad for a qualifying Canadian business or public service. Another major mistake is failing to keep proof of time spent in Canada. Permanent residents should maintain copies of passports, travel records, boarding passes, leases, employment records, school documents, tax records, health card usage records, utility bills, bank statements, and entry and exit records. Applying for a permanent resident travel document without strong evidence can also create serious problems because that application may trigger a formal review of whether the residency obligation has been met. Permanent residents should also avoid leaving Canada when they are too close to the 730-day minimum, ignoring IRCC notices, missing appeal deadlines, giving inconsistent travel history, or confusing PR residency rules with citizenship physical presence requirements. If IRCC finds that a permanent resident has not met the residency obligation, the person may receive a written decision and could have the right to appeal. PR status is not lost casually or automatically, but deadlines matter. The safest approach is to track every trip, keep strong records, renew the PR card before travel, respond to IRCC on time, and seek licensed immigration help when the situation is complex or status may be at risk.